Hello. Welcome to another edition of LG's House. I am your host with the most, DJ LG. You can follow me at DJLG210 on all my socials. Appreciate you coming up on episode number 14. 14 for my Spanish speakers out there in the backyard is none other than Gary Snyder. What's up, Gary?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
Happy Sunday Funday, man.
Sunday Funday. I don't know if we've ever done a show on Sunday before.
No, we have. I think
it's always Fun Day, but we've never done. We have done a show on Sunday.
I think we have. Yeah, I think we have. It's I think it was in the first 2 weeks or something like that. I think we have, but
okay, I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, we put this together. We're like, fuck it, let's do a show Sunday.
Yeah, it was. I completely forgot we agreed to do this, and so I'm.
Well, I knocked on your door and you just looked all tired. And I was like, "Oh, he forgot."
Yeah, I had to put my pants back on and throw away all the wadded up tissues and lotion packets and whatnot, and
Well, you were telling me that you just got the fucking perv. You're my friend. You're telling me that you got the Nintendo, the new one out, right? The Switch, right? Is that what it's called?
I did, and I didn't play it for 3 days. It came out on June 5th, and I just played it yesterday.
Well, what's
for the first time?
Okay, so what's the big hype about it, right? Because this is the big hype.
Nintendo it's been a long time since they came out with them. I think 8 years or something like that.
So what was before the Switch?
The Switch 1. This is the Switch 2.
Okay.
So this is the successor. It's the latest and greatest Nintendo you can buy right now.
Okay, so for me, growing up in the 80s, I grew up with Atari. So I remember Atari was out when it first came out. And you didn't grow up with Atari, right?
We had one. Okay, so yeah, I did.
So you knew the joystick, the one button.
The one button, and then they had the paddle joystick where you could turn, so you could play Breakout or whatever, Super Breakout.
There's that one.
Yeah, and Pong or whatever.
Montezuma's Revenge, Pitfall, some of my favorites of Atari. But to me, when Nintendo came out, that was a game changer.
They changed the game, yeah.
Yeah, but there were Sega Genesis. You either were a Sega kid or Nintendo. I was Nintendo all day because they just had all the fun games.
I didn't get Sega till later on in life, but Nintendo was my main flagship console.
Yeah, that was.
And I was always envious of the Sega guys though, because they got blood in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they I guess they did because but I just felt Nintendo was better.
Well, the Genesis, I believe it was more of a competitor with the Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. See, I'm thinking I'm before Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm with Ninja Gaiden. I'm with Zelda. I'm with
that's the original Nintendo.
Super Mario
the
Brothers.
Genesis was a lot more powerful than the original Nintendo.
Yeah, I just felt Nintendo just had all the cool games, and to me, that's my nostalgia. Like Arch Rivals, the basketball game, double dribble.
Honestly, that's the whole reason I love Nintendo is because of their first-party games, the Marios and the Zeldas and the Metroids and, just stuff like that. Just the games that you can't get on other systems because Nintendo owns the rights to all those things.
Well, it's kind of crazy because in my generation, that's when things were getting for kids. Now you're staying inside more because you're just sitting there for hours on end trying to figure out how to beat Contra. And you're just playing it over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And again, super fun, but it got us off the streets. So I do remember that kind of was a turning thing of kids staying in more playing games. Because if we did play games, like we've discussed before, I think in a couple of past episodes, we'll just go to arcade games. So you start walking.
Oh yeah, you were still hitting the streets. You had to take the Via bus down there to.
Yeah, absolutely.
To find the stuff. There must be someone creeping on my house right now. You hear that?
Okay, who brought the dog?
Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good.
You upset the neighbor there.
So what's the game? What's the hot game that's on the Switch right now?
See, that's the problem with it. There's they didn't release that many games that came out. So what's bundled with the Switch is the Mario Kart World, which is the new Mario Kart, and it's a big deal because they haven't had a new Mario Kart in a long ass time.
Yeah,
and even before the Switch. So it's good. It's decent. I wouldn't say it's game changing or something that's technologically advanced or anything. It's Mario Kart. It is what it is, and it's good. It's fun.
Was the Wii, was that a failed game console? Because I remember
the Wii. No,
it's
absolutely not. The Wii was one of their best ever. Yeah.
So what was a failed console?
The Wii U. which is the successor to the Wii.
Okay.
That was the failed console.
Okay. Well, yeah. See, I don't know nothing about these.
Yeah, it's just it just had no place.
As you can tell.
Yeah, they shouldn't have released it.
Well,
they
you
should have
know-
waited till they just had the Switch ready to go.
I might get like a PlayStation. You know what I mean? I was thinking about doing it, but the reason why I got away from it is because I get motion sickness. So I'm trying to play these PlayStation games, like the new ones that came out, and I just used to get motion sickness from it.
It's tough,
Like,
right?
this
No,
sucks.
I get motion sickness from first person shooters sometimes. If I'm just like walking around aimlessly, and I'm just having all kinds of stuff going on today.
Damn. They're like, there's someone in your car. That's what the dog was barking at.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I guess that's it came out a few days ago, so you got it. So yeah, we got to play it someday. Maybe we'll stream it, I guess. I don't know. If I don't, and then just stream me barf all over the floor from playing it.
Yeah. Well, we'll try. Yeah, we should play it. It's fun. I played it for like a few hours last night with my buddy Carl, and we stayed up pretty late playing it. It's like, and I haven't done that since I was like a kid, just playing video games all night.
And speaking of Carl, it was good seeing him on Friday for DJ's ex D's event. So
it was good. Yeah,
that.
we went out to we did something this weekend, didn't we?
did,
Gary?
man.
Yeah.
Did some
well,
things.
before we get into that, we should probably like set up our little bit here that we have because before we went out to meet with X and Carl and them, the day before that, we went out and had a steak dinner at the Cottage Irish Pub on Broadway. Did we not?
Yes, we did.
And let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like.
All right. Yeah, good luck.
Guys, we are live at the Cottage. This is Irish Pub Fare. Really good stuff. And what did you order for appetizer, by the way? You got the fish and curry?
I got the chips and curry, not fish and curry. It's chips and curry, and chips, of course, are French fries. They're hand cut here at the Irish Pub, the Cottage, and this curry sauce is money, dude. Like money.
All right, I'm gonna try that as well. I love how there's a lot of like sauteed onions in it. Big fan of that.
Yeah, that stuff is money, dude.
Yeah.
I could bathe in this curry sauce.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's money. That's good.
That curry sauce, right?
Yeah.
And of course, what's an Irish dinner without a couple pints of Guinness, huh?
True.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I can't go wrong. It's really like an adult milkshake.
It's good.
It's so good.
It's the only stout I like. The only oat. They call this black beer in Asia.
Yeah.
Black beer. It's the only stout I
Nice.
like, for real. So it's Thursday here at the Cottage Irish Pub, and we just ordered the special, which is a 12-ounce ribeye, a pint of Guinness, which should be coming out shortly, and one side. And I got the mashed potatoes. What did you get, Gary? I believe you got the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
All right.
Classic.
Yeah. So that's why there's a lot of people here. It's very popular on steak night. So
And as you can tell, we didn't like the food. We didn't like the fish and curry. That's what we ate.
yeah, chips and curry.
Gotcha. All right.
Freedom fries.
Freedom fries.
Yes. You know, I love the Irish Cottage Pub over here, but wobbly table, no good. There's a pub puppy. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers, Joe. Round 2, right?
Yep.
Check this shit out. Looks good to me. Medium rare, baby. What is that? Oh, that's
Gravy.
Oh, gotcha.
That's gravy, baby. Not baby gravy, but gravy, baby.
Isn't this the meal, man? This is great.
All right. Bon appetit, man. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
How is it?
It's great. I love it. That's good.
All right. Try this out. It's juicy. How's the mac and cheese, man?
It's good, man. No, it's a solid mac and cheese. Now I've had better, but it's still good.
Solid.
It does the job. Cheesy.
I got the mashed potatoes. They're good with the brown gravy. That's how I do. What? Guinness? Well, we just ate at the Cottage Irish Pub and got the steak special on a Thursday. And 1 through 5 on the steak. Probably a 2.
Yeah.
A little chewy. A little I don't know. I think it was overcooked.
Yeah, I mean, we ordered it medium rare. It looks like it was like more like medium to almost medium well.
Yeah, I think it was more on the well side.
Yeah,
so not the greatest experience at the cottage. The Guinness was good. The Guinness was good, and the chips and curry were money. And during happy hour, they're a lot cheaper, so I think that's worth it.
You know, there's I've worked in the restaurant industry. I waited tables for like 15 years. A lot of it was done on the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
And to me, number one, the most awkward thing that I've ever witnessed in a restaurant leading up to today was, and it's kind of a scary moment, right? It's when you see someone choking on their food. And they're choking and they're all going crazy and just everyone's freaking out. And that person, like, that goes through that moment when they're done, you know, coughing out the food because someone had to come up behind them like a complete. Normally
do a Heimlich maneuver.
Normally it's a complete stranger that's giving them out. And there's this awkward moment where the person's just kind of sitting there, like, kind of in shock, and everyone's just kind of like,
are you okay?
Yeah, the whole restaurant's kind of stunned. The whole vibe of the restaurant's almost killed because this dude almost like choked on.
How often does that happen? I've never seen that happen in a restaurant before.
I've seen it.
Does that happen?
I've probably seen it happen maybe about 4 or 5 times. So it doesn't happen all the time, but that to me has always been my biggest fear. Like, and how awkward that is after the fact when you get saved and you're just sitting there like in this. I thought that was the most awkward thing. I realized today, no, the most awkward thing is filming in public. This situation was so fucking awkward and nice.
Yeah.
Like, this is what a pedophile feels like when he moves to a new neighborhood and he knows that they're on the internet looking up who's the new pedophile.
Doesn't he have to like go door to door and be like, hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm a sex offender.
I fucking felt like a damn sex offender in a new neighborhood.
It wasn't even that bad. Well,
it was awkward, dude.
That's why we just had a bunch of little small clips because they sat a couple right next to us, shit, and so we were like, do we really want to blow this couple's like romantic dinner out by being stupid influencers at a restaurant?
This is where I finally wish that I was a narcissist, so I want to give a shit and just have it to film. Like, hey guys, look at me, the food is great, you know. But I was like, dude, no, I don't want to.
Well, this is why you need to like plan these things out, ask permission, you know, from the owners. And then you can come with like big ass cameras, and then, you know, it looks like you're doing a job in there, and you don't give a shit.
I would rather choke on food in front of everybody. That seems less awkward than filming in public.
You know what's awkward is when you're sitting there and you're stuffing your face like, this food is so good, and then the waitress chooses that moment to be like, can I get you anything else, sir? And you're just like,
just all like chipmunk cheeked out.
It's the worst, man.
Oh God, man. Yeah. So I don't know. That was so cringy to me. Maybe in time we'll get over it. Maybe, but we gotta
now
choose.
We're doing car stuff.
Yeah.
So now we're doing our bits in the car.
We're taking this shit to the car, man. I ain't trying to be in public, man.
Maybe we should just get to go and just stuff our face in the car.
I think that's a good idea. We can, if we're gonna do food shit, maybe taking it to the car.
Maybe a takeaway, the best takeaway in town.
Unless they got this super dark nook and cranny fucking booth somewhere away from everyone where no one is in the shot. No one has to be weird that, you know what I mean, we're doing this shit.
I think you just need to get over yourself.
No, fuck no.
And become a dickhead. You need to be an asshole about it,
Yeah, man, I wish I was a dickhead.
Well, ladies love that. Ladies love assholes.
I guess they do. Yeah. I guess they do. But I don't know. I fucking felt awkward the whole time, and back was stiff, and I don't know. But yeah, the steak could have been a little bit better. The mac and cheese that I had could have been a little better.
You were filming me, and the waitress walked up, and immediately you were just like,
down.
Just put the phone down. I'm like, not just roll, man. She's cool. She sees what's going on. She's walking up to us. Just roll with it.
I felt like a pedophile in a brand new neighborhood knocking on doors, man. That's exactly what I felt like.
So where are we gonna go knock on doors next at?
All right. Well, to keep the awkward, this awkward shit
going.
Let's keep it going. Fuck it, man. Yeah, just film me being awkward. I think that's the bit. Just awkward. Right. I'm just nervous the whole time.
Well, first stop down, Cottage Pub. We're full of steak.
Yeah.
Chewy, overcooked steak and 2 pints of Guinness, and we're gonna head over to the Ranch Motel. Which I've heard things about, which is right across the street on Broadway. So
should we walk over there? Is it walkable?
It said half a mile. I'm kind of fat. Yeah.
The half a mile's
fat and out of shape.
Well, that's a lot for this weather. It's fucking hot as fuck outside.
Yeah.
But
all right. Next stop, the ranch. Peace. Hell no, I'm not walking half a mile. Not in that heat.
I just like relived the awkward moment of that whole damn experience.
Yeah, I just remembered how shitty that steak was. Sorry, Cottage Pub, but do better.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it too is just like when I cut it in that first bite, it tasted okay to me, but as I kept going into I realized,
It
it's
just got worse
overcooked.
over time, right? Yeah.
Well, you had way more fat gristle or hard fat.
Yeah, it wasn't edible. A
I
lot of
didn't-
it wasn't edible. I had to like spit it in a napkin, like.
Look, I don't want to shit all over Cottage Grove or the Cottage whatever, but they do have great food.
They do.
I like this special. I like the fact there's a pint in the side with it. I actually think it's a great price. I mean, you can't go wrong with Guinness. I mean, every country or city that I travel to, I always try to look for that Guinness sign, right?
Oh yeah. Look, right here. Here's your Guinness sign.
See, there it is, man. There it is, man. And one of the most weirdest places I ever had a Guinness pint was in Krabi, Thailand, and it's spelled with a K.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
So all the way southern to the tip of it. But I do remember when I was walking around this small town, I was trying to look for a place to drink, and I saw this beautiful Guinness sign, and I was like, hey, Guinness has been a long time favorite. So look, I don't want to slam it, the whole place. I think people make their own judgments, but they could have done better with that steak quality.
The steak wasn't up to par. I mean, I don't eat steak that much. Where's a good place to get a steak? Hey, I appreciate the people in the chat here. What's up, James?
Hey, James.
James in here says, "Sup, bro, chachos? Happy Sunday Funday." Yes, happy Sunday Funday to you.
Oh, hey, James, do you have a shot by you by chance?
Oh, is it shot time?
It could be shot time, but James, do you have one? If not, we're gonna drink without you, brother.
James is gonna get left behind.
Okay,
I think
we got to keep this machine rolling.
And we'll give him a second here. While James goes and gets himself a shot, you people in the chat, let us know where can I get a good steak in San Antonio? I'm not a steak eater. You know, I like fajitas, some skirt steak. But let me know where do you go to get a steak?
Well, okay. So, do you recall the best steak that you've ever had? Like, what restaurant was it by chance or anything like that?
I know exactly where it was. I forget the name of the restaurant, but I can tell you where it was and who the owner is. It was Eva Longoria's restaurant at the Aria in Las Vegas, the Aria Hotel.
Okay.
And I have no clue what the name of it was.
Okay.
Or if it's even still there. But it was like a $75 steak. Oof. And it was delicious. It was really good. I don't even eat steak, but it was a steakhouse.
Okay.
It was like, we got paella also, and that was shit.
Yeah,
it was no good.
Well, let's cheers to.
Let's get the cheers up.
Let's get them up.
Right.
Hey guys, happy Funday.
Dos, tres.
Tink. Happy Sunday Funday.
Ooh, Espelon.
Well, okay, so we had that experience. Hey, what's up, JC? And so we had that experience, and the next day, right? That's when we wanted to go and support our homeboy that was organizing this event.
Oh yeah, we went to the First Friday event at Burleson Beer Yard the next day.
Okay, that was the next day. Okay,
yeah, I'm getting your days confused because we did actually go to Burley for a nightcap, but nobody was there. Remember?
Yeah, nobody was there.
It was a dead night.
Well, we went to go to the Alamo Ranch first.
The ranch hotel motel,
yeah.
And it was supposed to be something cool, I guess. Like they have like a little outside patio scene, but it was way too hot. A and B, there was nobody there. So and C, the parking was not great.
Yeah. So we did D, go somewhere else.
Yeah, we ditched that place and went to Burley.
But that steak,
and it was just a bad night.
But that steak filled us up so much. We're like, one beer, let's go.
We couldn't
home,
handle it,
passed
man.
out.
Yeah, I had another beer. I was like, you know what? I'm going home. Going home, bro.
So DJ X's that event that he was part of and helped organize. What was that about? It was just vendors, DJs, right from what I can tell.
every First Friday he throws like a big extravaganza there where he has artists and vendors and a whole slate of DJs playing inside and outside, and he has special guest DJs that weren't even on the menu. That just show up to hang out. They end up DJing too sometimes.
He pulled you on those tables, man. It was good. Hey, you know what? It was really good seeing you spin, and do your thing. I know that you didn't have your selection, you know,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
front of the screen and you ping it. But it just takes me back to when I used to watch you, you know, spin, especially with Ensemble back in the day.
Well, yeah. If you want to catch me, the rare moment when I come out of DJ retirement, it might happen at Burley on a Friday or Saturday night. Just saying.
That was good.
We're not being sponsored by Burley or DJ XYRD or anything, but you know. And then I ran into Carl Schoening met me down there. Met us down there, and I took a selfie with Carl and I sent it to Puma, who Sam Fries, who hosts the other show I produced, The Sports Cave, which is on this channel from on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Well.
I sent a selfie to him and I said, "We're at Burley." And he texts me back immediately. He's like, "I'm outside. He's sitting outside having a beer. Like we're all hanging out there for some reason."
I think that's when I left, right? I was like, time to go home. So I just kind of
Yeah, I think that
getting
was right
tired.
around that time. Yeah.
But we can't even talking about like we're just two older guys that just don't go out like we used to back.
Well, I
in the
can't
day,
hang
so
that late.
I just
man.
can't hang.
I can't
late,
hang
man.
that late.
Dude,
Midnight's late for me now.
What time did I leave? I
You
think
left at like 10.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you left at like 10.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm getting tired. I need to go home.
Yeah. It was probably about
But-
10 o'clock.
But it was a great event. It was cool checking it out. I'm looking forward to other events. Yeah, let's see how it goes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my buddy Chaku plays there on Saturdays. I didn't go there this Saturday, but maybe next time. We'll see.
Yeah.
See, it's good times. It's you know, it's like riding a bike sometimes. You get back on. You're a little rusty at first, a little wobbly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, you're
Start
DJing
taking-
and rocking the house, you know.
Well, I used to rock them back in the day. What was your residency that you had? Because you did have a residency, right?
I had a few of them
Okay.
throughout the week. It's pretty loud. Shout out to Carolyn Villarreal, who just liked the stream on Twitch.
Hello.
Appreciate that, Carolyn.
yeah.
Or Facebook, actually. That might have been Facebook.
JC, I agree with you. It's a waste to go to the steakhouse. Got her locked on my meats.
Oh,
All
dang.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Dang. Okay, JC, I see.
Get it?
I
We see you, JC. We get it. No judgment here, man. You do your business, baby.
Magnum Dong.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
How's your week looking coming up? I got a shitty one, so don't even bother.
Well, I've agreed to sell my truck.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
sell my truck. I haven't decided on what I'm buying yet.
Okay.
But I have decided to sell my truck on Monday
Okay.
to CarMax,
Okay. Good.
the highest bidder that came through. I probably could get more if I sold it privately, but who has time to mess around with that? So I'm going to get my check from CarMax tomorrow afternoon and say goodbye to the 2024 Ford Maverick, which it's done me decently. It didn't start one time. It's 25,000 miles on it.
Nice.
And
not bad.
one time it just didn't start. You were actually here when that happened.
Oh, okay.
You remember that? We were
don't.
going out to my car and it just would not start.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
Okay, damn. Yeah, my memory sucks.
Apparently the battery was dead. Yeah, I had it jumped and then I took it to the dealership and they tested the battery and charged it up and there's nothing wrong with it, of course.
There's nothing that's more degrading, I think, when and I'm not saying your car is shitty, but I've had shitty cars since I was like 16. Like, you know, you buy the no warranty, off the lot type buy. You buy the car for 2 G's, and of course you get what you pay for. You know, but when you're that young, you're just trying to get a car, and then all your money's going towards fixing the damn car, and it's just nothing that just seems so pathetic than consistently going into the auto shops to get something repaired that you spent money on, and then as you get older, you realize, no, I got to drop the dollars on something good. So, So I'm sure you're going to get something good.
Well, yeah, I mean, not that it was a bad truck or anything, and it was still under warranty, so they fixed, you know, they couldn't find what was wrong, and I never had an issue again magically, but maybe I did leave something on or something. I have no clue. Maybe I left a light on or some crap. Who knows? But anyway, say goodbye to the truck. I've never really been a truck person. I kind of got it because it was like such a good deal. I almost couldn't pass on it at the time, because I mean, I got an all-wheel drive truck for $27 out the door. So
Yeah, I'm not a truck guy. I had a Mazda B4000, so it's a small truck. But it'd be just like it'll just drizzle a little bit, and then I'm just fishtailing all over the fucking place, man. And I'm like, and it taught me how to do the brake, you know, acceleration and all this other shit. So it did make me, I think, a better driver.
my truck was a little bit different because it's all-wheel drive and it's also a front-wheel drive as well for the most part. But it's got the all-wheel drive capabilities. So like the front wheel drive trucks don't really fishtail as easily as those old school ones. Because I know my dad had a Chevy Silverado, and that thing, you could fishtail around every single corner. I would do it for fun. Just be like, yeah.
It's just like, man, every time I drove it, I felt like I was like drunk because I was like fishtailing everywhere. And I was like, God, like, you know what? This is just not my thing.
Yeah. Shout out to Heather.
Hey, what's up, Heather?
What up, Head? Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Hit that like button. Give me a subscribe. The subscriber goal, what are we at? We're at 393. If we get to 500, or was it 1,000?
It was 1,000.
Oh,
man.
it was 1,000.
You ain't getting my beard that easy, bro.
Well, when we get to 1,000, Gary said he'd shave his beard off, and apparently he has a really tiny chin. So
I think it's tiny, man.
Yeah.
Look, if we do 500, I'll shave my nipple hairs. That's what I shave up for 500.
well, nobody sees those. I guess you would have to do the show shirtless. You know?
But my nipples, they go up like in these banana like hooks. It's kind of funny. Just kidding.
That okay.
Just kidding,
I
dude.
was about to say, can you use it as like a cable thing? You like run your cable through it?
I do the Christmas lighting on it. Like this is like, I'm the present. Unwrap me.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Duh.
Yep, especially Gary.
You got the games tonight, right? Is Indiana playing game 2?
I believe that's tonight. Yeah.
That should be good. Who you going for, man? Indiana, OKC.
At this point, I'm going for Indiana.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm an Indiana guy.
Indiana's got the heart, man.
Have you been to any of those two cities? I've never been. Never had any desire, but hey.
No, I've never set foot in either of those states either.
Does OKC, do they actually have like a Riverwalk kind of replica thing, right? They're the ones, right?
They have it's inspired by our Riverwalk, but yes, they have a Riverwalk area, apparently.
I don't know. I kind of would like to check it out, but man, I guess we got the real
I
deal
heard
here.
it's kind of like our downtown. People only go there for like an event, and then they get the hell away from there as quick as possible.
Okay, in all your travels, what has been like, I guess I don't want to say shittiest city, but maybe like boringest city, I guess, that you travel to, where you just went there and just like nothing to do and just like walk around? Because I feel like it could be that way for like if I visited Indiana and OKC, I guess. And I'm ignorant. I don't know. I'm missing the mark. I don't know.
Nowhere's been boring for me.
Well, because I think we pick exciting cities, so we're not bored.
But I figure out, I don't know. If it's a new place that I haven't been to, I'm not going to be bored.
Yeah.
No, well, I can't really answer that.
Well, okay, let's flip this. Let's flip it. Then, what's the most exciting city
that
that
one's
you went?
tough too.
It's
probably Tokyo. Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo is pretty.
Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo is damn fun.
Yeah, it's got to be Tokyo. Got to be Tokyo.
Seattle is pretty good too, and New York City is New York City. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
New York is pretty good.
I like New York for what it is, but it's not up on my top fave list. Seattle's up there.
Okay,
definitely. I love Seattle because of all the like music history there. They got the pop culture history museum where they always have like rotating exhibits. They got like a bunch of guitars made out of like Nirvana's guitars, like these sculptures and stuff. And it's all about music up there. Speaking of music and guitars and stuff, do you collect any like music memorabilia, like I don't know, signed autographed pictures or albums or anything like that?
No, I don't collect, but I do have a autograph picture of Willie Nelson that I had, and it was when I went to a Willie Nelson show. And Willie Nelson actually is up there on one of the most artists that I've seen. It's funny because it's kind of a weird mix. It's Guar and Willie Nelson and Subhumans. Those are the three artists in my life that I've seen probably more than like 7 times each. Guar I think could be 8. Willie could be I think 8 as well. And I think Subhumans 7. Subhumans is a punk band from England, I believe, that live here now. Not too sure if they do, and of course we know about Willie Nelson. But anyways, like a friend of mine calls me and he's like, "Hey, you're doing anything today?" And I just so happened to be off. I was like, no. And he's like, I won these tickets on the radio, front row, Willie Nelson tickets. And this is up in Austin. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Front row, man. So I had a picture of, Willie Nelson. I brought it. And I remember I was wearing a Tupac shirt. And I was in the front just getting hammered, singing all the songs. And I don't know, I swear Willie was just kind of like looking, like, oh, like checking out my shirt. Like, oh, is that, like, I feel like he'd like, can you game recognize game? Oh, yeah, Tupac. I'm sure it was like that. But anyways, it was at the end of the, and you know, you kind of get up to the stage because there's a little bit of space right there. But you know, now you get to get up to the stage. It's his last song. He's saying his goodbyes. So I had a fresh beer, and he was coming up, and I was like, hey Willie, and he wanted to go sign it, and I was like, here's a beer, and he fucking like popped it and drank it and gave it back to me, and of course I'm all DNA, you're inside me. But yeah, so Willie Nelson is the only celebrity that I have.
That's a cool thing to have.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Why? What do you ask? Do you have one?
No, but I came across something on eBay that was pretty interesting, and you know who Gigi Allen is? You know, famous guy, right? Gigi Allen.
Oh, yeah.
So give me this short, like, you know, one sentence. Who is Gigi Allen?
Scum.
All right, give me 10 words.
Scumbag of the ages.
Gigi Allen's a punk rock guy, right? He's a musician?
No, he's a punk rock guy.
A singer?
No, he's a singer. Oh, he's a musician too, but he's more of a singer. And I believe I think he's from like East area, like Northeast.
Okay. So he's an East Coaster.
Yeah, East Coaster, and just
punk rock musician, singer.
Yeah, and very infamous for like what he did on stage. Now,
what did he do on stage?
I mean, he would pretty much he hated his audience, right? He had this and I think he had mental issues. I think he had to have mental issues that just kind of grew and grew. Because in the beginning, when he was in punk rock, he actually had a band. I think it was Gigi Allen and the Jabbers, if I can think correctly about that. But it was like pop punkish. It was actually really, really good. But then it got really violent and ultra violent to where now his stage antics were pretty much he'll shit on stage. He'll try to fight his audience. You like how I glossed over that real quick? Because it's no big deal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but he'll strip down butt naked and literally had and it's on video because I used to, as a punk rocker, I'll buy tapes, and me and our mutual friend Jeff will sit there and just watch these Gigi Allen performances. He'll strip down super butt naked and just start fighting the audience. He'll cut himself with glass and throw himself everywhere, and then he'll take a fucking shit on stage and throw it into the audience.
Doo-doo, feces.
And he'll just literally get arrested all the time. He was a junkie, and he kind of invented what they call like scum punk. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
Scum fuck or whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
okay.
That's why you told me to describe it. I'm like, scum.
All right.
One word, scum.
Well, for the low cost of $7,500, you can have Gigi Allen's walking cane.
Yeah.
His personal walking cane, as seen on TV. A rare item, according to the seller here on eBay.
Is the seller named Merle? Because that's his brother.
No, the seller's name is Bria331, but we'll go down to the description here real quick. And it's kind of hard to read, so I'll go ahead and read this to you here. Serious inquiries only.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Business deals.
Gigi's cane that I got from his brother many years ago.
Merle.
2012 or 13, I believe. Merle had it.
Yeah.
I do not want to sell, but car problems abound, and I need a better vehicle. Well, we all do. Everyone needs an upgrade. No letter from Merle, but look at old TV show footage. Marks match 100%, and I looked and compared it thousands of times back when I bought it. Piece of rock and roll history, folks. This guy's spitting knowledge. I mean,
no, he is. Man.
He's authenticating it himself, basically. His authentication is, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty firm on price, and please be a diehard fan. It was up his bum, and Dino's documented it in a book about Gigi Allen.
Wow.
It once had blood and poop on it from Gigi fucking Allen. I did not bother Merle for a letter due to his brain surgery. It is Gigi's. Feel free to buy and insert it deep.
Well, first of all, Gigi, I don't recall him ever using a cane because he was still like mobile, like he died of a heroin overdose, I think in 93 or something like that in New York City.
Okay.
He came to San Antonio and actually performed at a punk rock spot called the DMZ that's located off of Couples Road in the West Side area. And that's the main spot I used to go to living in that area. And then also enjoying punk rock. But I was too young and not even I think just getting involved with that whole punk life and culture and music, whatever, when he came. And apparently he comes, and this is, of course, Gigi, full-blown Gigi, where he's fighting everybody. So as soon as he gets on stage, everyone just starts kicking his ass. And he's all bloody and going off. So it was like a very violent... The show didn't... the thing about it is, he wouldn't have a whole show because he'll start and...
That was the show.
That was
the
show.
That was the show.
And that's why I always say, with me and Jeff's comedy act that we discussed on several shows, in the past, and y'all need to go check them out. They hear these stories. We based a lot of that energy, of course, not that violent, but we liked the rawness and the shock value of Gigi Allen. So we wanted to take that energy to an extent, and that's why we went the whole route of trolling of the audience, and it was in the form of like a Gigi Allen meets Andy Kaufman.
Yeah,
so that's what it was.
Without the violence,
without the shit, without me sitting on a cane, So.
Well, Bria331 goes on to say, "This is an item you can hand down to your next of kin. Unfortunately, in my case, mine are not rabid fans like I am. This was once in Jesus Christ behind. Think about that. I tell you, do not want to part with it, but the family comes first. I do not have money for freak-offs and truckloads of baby oil. The wife wants a newer whip with AC in it that's cold. Got to make her happy, hence the price I came up with. Yes, it's a big number, but in 10 years, who knows? Blah, 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 blah. One-of-a-kind item. Well, good luck selling Gigi's bum rod."
Yeah, man. I wonder what kind of wood that is. Is it mahogany or whatever?
Yeah, it might be sweet mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the end that was inserted, in case you're wondering. Looks like rough. I hope it wasn't that rough when Gigi was inserting it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, man.
He made it that rough on purpose, huh?
Hey, JC, pretty damn cool that you got a cowboy hat signed by Willie.
That's pretty dope, yeah.
Man, Willie is such a national treasure. Again, one of the greatest artists. I remember one time seeing him, and I want to say this was like 7 years ago or something. That was the last time I saw him. Mm-hmm. And he was coming on at 12 o'clock. We're at this festival all day. It was like some country festival. And I was tired, and he comes out and does his performance, and he's just full of energy doing his thing. And I'm just like, how does he just keep doing this road life, man? He's just a beast. You got to respect that. He's a national treasure, man. Just keeps going. The day's coming. And when it does, man, it's going to be a sad day. But, man, dude, that guy, he must have some stories.
Yeah. I've seen him one time. I was working on a Food Network show. It was a cake show, and they got hired. The cake company got hired to make a birthday cake for Willie's birthday party, that concert he throws for his birthday party every year. And so I got to watch Willie Nelson from backstage at Willie Nelson's birthday party. It's pretty cool. Not bad at all. And yeah, JC agrees with Tokyo being one of the best cities in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty darn fun, man. We need to get back there at some point, of course. We always say that, but I want to explore other aspects, though, of Japan. I want to kind of get out there in the countryside and do that. Hopefully one day we can actually explore it. Because
I recommend it. I got out to I forget what the name of the city is, but I got out to a few little cities. I think it was Kamakura.
Okay.
And they were cool, man. Yeah, it was like little villages and ancient Buddhist temples and just like crazy, like way different than being in the city.
Is China on the restriction list by chance or no?
No, they're not.
Okay,
no.
Okay. Because I would like to go to China. It seems.
Yeah, Wemby's there right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Wemby's hanging out in China. He went to like a Buddhist monk temple and shaved his head and got in like Shaolin monk gear. It was pretty crazy.
Oh my lord, man!
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, I thought he was about to,
say see
vow. Take a vow of silence.
No, Wimba. Yeah. Fuck Wimba. He decides to stay there and says fuck all the money.
Yeah, man. He was. I saw a few pictures where he was eating Chinese food and like the chopsticks looked like toothpicks in his hands.
Oh,
just
man.
But they did fix that because I saw a few pictures just the other day where he had like big chopsticks and they looked normal in his hands. So somebody was like, someone's got to get him some extra large chopsticks.
It's probably like just two broomsticks. That's what he's using and shit to pick up all that food.
Yeah, but he's hanging out over there. He was taking pictures with some China WNBA players over there.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Wemby. Apparently he's over there with his parents, but he's got to get away at some point.
Oh yeah, he's got to break away. have a little fun, little gaff fun.
Yeah. Thank you for, speaking of fun, thank you for joining us on Sunday Funday. This is LG's house, and I appreciate everybody being up in here. Please hit that subscribe button. We'll be back later in the week for some more LG's house. I'm sure we'll have a rotation of hosts up in here. Sports Cave is back tomorrow at 8 p.m. with the biggest Puma on all these channels here on at DJLG210 and at Sports Cave Live on the YouTubes. And myself and Jeff Turner should have another Better Off show coming around too. So we're doing all kinds of stuff on DJLG210's YouTube channel. Myself, it's weird talking about myself in the third person like that, but
well,
well,
I dated a girl actually that talked in the third person. She didn't.
Oh, yeah?
She didn't say it all the time, but like a couple times I caught her talking in the third person, which I thought it was very, very interesting.
Like, Michelle is getting angry, Gary.
Dude, it was literally, it was Jerry Seinfeld episode, man. Right in front. That's why I was like, this is intriguing, man. But the funny thing about it, man, this is kind of funny. When things escalated, you know what I mean, and we're at her place. She kind of talked in the third person during that. So, it'd be like, Rachel's coming. Like, it's just like that.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it, but that's just a splash of me trying not to bust out laughing so hard.
Rachel prefers counterclockwise, Gary.
Get it right. Rachel says, get it right, Gary.
Rachel wants you to recite the alphabet.
Yeah, God damn it. That was, to me, that was one of the most comical, funny experiences I've ever had in that situation. It was so ridiculous. But yeah, third person talking, I dealt with it. Crazy.
Well, okay. Well, LG wants all of you people to hit that subscribe button for me because we're trying to hit that 500 is our sub goal. 1,000 is our main goal. And when we hit 1,000, I will get a Edgar haircut. And Harry and Gary will not be Harry no more because he will shave his beard off of his face to expose his lack of jawline for everyone to see in the world.
Rachel says you're hairy.
Rachel says grow your beard. Your chin disappeared. All right, appreciate everyone in here. A short one today. We got things to do. I got to go pick up my mom.
Got to, man.
Yep.
Keeping it short. You have a good one.
Appreciate you.
That'll be fun.
Shout out JC. Frank, you trying to sip on some tea. You trying to sip tea. I'm not spilling any tea right now. But yeah, I explained more. Look for the episode that's called Spilling the Tea. I believe it was like episode 7 or something if you want to know more. Business, Frank. It was all business. I'm out. Y'all take it easy. Peace.